Good afternoon, everyone. Sir will join shortly. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, students. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So very good afternoon. So I was facing some problem in the network, so joined a few minutes late. I hope all of you are ready. And today we are going to go through your session on basically how you want to have your presentation on drones, right? I hope all of you are ready.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I will request all of you to switch on your camera, right? So that will others also can see, and also basically after the presentation, we will also have some feedbacks, right? So let's start with the first team, that is the KTC Hubli and the group 1. So if you can share your screen and if you can start your presentation. And all the best.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. So like last time, you have to tell your name.
The screen is visible.
Yeah, I can see the screen. So tell your name, and I want all of you to, in the presentation, to participate, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please continue.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Miriamma. My team members are Jeevan, Ajay, and our presentation is on drone hardware. Guided by Mohammad Taid Miraj, sir, L2 KTC, Hubli. Drones are called a aircraft system. Drones can be controlled by remotely. So next will be controlled by Ajay.
Good afternoon, sir. My topic is based on range. Very close range drones, short range drones, and mid range drones. Very close range drones are if we give a particular range distance, it will cover that particular area only, sir. And close range are far more big than the very close range drones, sir. Short range is little big from close range drones, sir. And mid range is used for some of the area to cover a big range, sir. Next, merits of drones. Drone technology is safer as it does not require any human presence physical. A remotely controlled drone can reach knocks and cracks of the place that are impossible for man to visit. And in case of accident, you will have no human casualties. It's convenient and effective as it is runs by battery and not fuel, providing some relief to nature. Drones are really cheaper to maintain as they don't require fueling or other maintenance. Combat
Okay,
drones.
so how you want to basically have your drones powered? If you can also provide some inputs to that.
Yes. Sir, can you repeat the question?
How you powering your drone? So drone will
through battery, sir.
Okay.
Through battery, we can power the drone, sir.
Okay.
And when battery is low, we can change the battery, sir. Without fuel, it will run, sir.
Okay, so is your drone is basically going to be self-destructive, or it will come and land also? So provide how your drone, once you use, how you can reuse also, right? Then the cost of the running the drone will be less.
Yes, sir. The maintenance of the drone will be less, sir. It will be maintained in less amounts.
And you have to tell how you're planning to have your drone operations. Please continue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Drone combat can be major advantage over the enemy during war situation, as you will not have any human casualties, sir. Types of drones: nano drone and regular size drones. Nano drone is a very small drone, sir. Regular size drone is a drone which is used in some of the particular areas, sir. Next topic will be continued by Jivan, my team member. Thank you, sir. Jivan.
Thank you, Ajay. My topic is now about the materials required about the drones. So these are the some equipments to build a drone. That wires, Arduino, and 3D printers, and landing gears, and propellers, and battery pack casing, and computer coding, and frame. These are the some points to materials, very important materials to required for a drone. Next. This is the some demerits of drone. Drones do not have capabilities like a human to think and decide, which make humans superior over the machine. It means that drones don't think and make a decision. So what a man can, it will handle by a man. What the man will tell to a drone, it will consume that. And next, drones are not legal in certain countries, while other countries do not have any limitation. So it is better to check the rules of your country before buying one of. This means that some of the countries are banned the drones in their countries.
So can you tell the name of the countries which has banned drones?
Sir, India only, sir. The China drones are banned in India, sir.
There are particular drones. You cannot say that it has banned in any country like that, right? So otherwise, drones, in the go to the marriage, you will find the drones is used to take pictures, isn't it? Or drones to take surveys. So you have to, when you are doing your presentation, you have to go and study a little bit on the internet also. So you cannot make such statement, right? So you have to have the validity of that. Okay, please continue.
Sir, the answer is North Korea and Antarctica, sir. And
Antarctica is not a country. It's basically North Korea is anyway. Everything is outside is banned, right? So okay, please continue.
next, privacy is concerned when the flying thing and flying around the remotely feedback the visual about what you've been doing. It means the privacy of a drone. This is also matters that next drones are expensive as per their usage and features. They pack with them and they are too costly, not affordable by everyone. It means that not everyone can take the drones because only required or only those who want to utilize the drone, they only want to buy that. It means not for everyone, and it's a too cost also. Ma'am, next slide. And the conclusion, drones are said to become the future of logistics with and their product cost, higher convenience and delivery times to less than 30 minutes. It's on a conclusion of drone that we can deliver in 30 minutes or we can deliver in 20 minutes. Like that, it's included. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so some feedback from my side. In fact, I had requested the teams to present kind of a drone and some kind of a usage your drone is going to do. For example, your drone can be used for medical purpose. It can be used for logistics, providing the goods, or it can be used for defense. So that has not come out. What is your group, the drone is going to do all about and how you're going to deliver it, the goods, right? So I think next time you need to provide based on the questions that has been asked, right? The usage of the how your drone will be, it's more of a generic that you have provided in your presentation. And next is that you have seen some of the drones, like Predator drones or some drones, they can fly more than 24 hours, right? Now, you have to tell what is your drone going to do. If it is going to 30 minutes, maybe it's a nano drone or it is a small drone. Now, what is the purpose of your drone usage, right? And how you want your drone to perform. I think those things need to come out from your presentation. So maybe next time you just try to improve on those lines.
Yes.
And when you're making any comment, it need to be backed by some evidence, or you cannot say that it's banned in a country, right? So you have to tell which country, if it is, and if any rules and regulations are there, you try to put it also that as per this rule, it is banned. Like in India, for example, if it is a red zone, right? You are not allowed to fly any drone because it is basically maybe a kind of a defense land or near the International Bangalore airport, you cannot fly drones. So you have to be more specific, okay? Okay, good. Thank you for your presentation. So we move on to the next team. So next team is group 2 of the KTC Hubli.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Sabyasachi. So I'm presenting from group 3, and my companions are Shankar, Vinaya, Guru Prasad, and Kaivalya, sir. So this is the assignment on unmanned aerial vehicle, which is also known as UAV, guided by Mohammed Tahir, sir. So drone is unmanned aerial vehicle or automatic, also known as a quadcopter, which can fly in the air. Drones are majorly used for photography or particular use in India. In India, drones are also banned, but a person who can have a license can fly a drone in India, sir. There are four types of drones in India. The 4 types of drones are multi-rotor drones, fixed-wing drones, single-rotor drone, and fixed-wing hybrid PTOL. So I'm handing my mic to Kaivalya. Kaivalya.
Hello. Hello, sir. I am Kaivalya. I am going to explain the further applications of the drone, sir. it can be used in agriculture field and it can be used in agriculture field to monitor the agriculture's field, how the field is going on, and the what is the progress of the field. We can determine, we can use it, we can use it by we can use it to determine the progress of the fields, and then it can be used in sports events to capture the moments from every angle.
Yeah, you did well. So be confident. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, be confident.
Yes.
Speak. No problem. Please go
Yes.
ahead.
And then it can be used in parking lots to acquire to know the confirmed place to park a car in a crowded place, and it can be used to deliver. It can be used in e-commerce to deliver the parcels which are far, and to save the money and time. And it can be used in the forests, in wildlife, to see all animals and plants are safe, no poaching is going on.
So you can mention that using the drones, right? The face recognition, you can basically track the animals also. For example, the tigers or the lions, the forest where humans cannot go, using the facial recognition or the basically the footprints of each animal has got its separate footprints. Each tiger has got lion has got a separate footprints. So looking at that, the drone can basically check the movement of those lions or basically tigers or elephants, right? And using the facial recognition, they can able to count and also look into where they're moving. So those also really help them to monitor the wildlife. So you have to be more specific and you give some examples, right? Please go ahead.
Yes. And it can be used in disaster affected areas to supply medical equipments or food items where human cannot go easily. And it can be used to see, to keep an eye on anything or see anything easily from a height, or where human can't go easily. Now I will pass to Guru Prasad sir. Thank you, sir.
Hi,
Guru Prasad,
Vinaya.
sir.
We are presenting a topic on surveillance and security drone. Mainly, the design of the drone consists of three parts, that is user control, drone, and surveillance. The user control part includes the laptop, that is base station, and the transmitting radio telemetry device. This figure recognizes the architecture of the drone. The drone consists of flight controller, receiving radio telemetry, GPS module, electronic speed controllers, brushless motors, and litho battery for the power supply. Litho battery, which plays a major role in power supply to the drone. In the same way, the surveillance part includes the Raspberry Pi 3D microcomputer, laptop, Raspberry Pi camera module, and the ultrasonic sensor. The user control part is the transmission part of the system. The command is provided to the drone from the laptop via the transmitting telemetry device. Thus, from the ground station to the flight of the drone can be controlled. The drone is the main part of the system. The command delivered from the laptop is received by the receiving telemetry device, and the command is processed by the flight controller, and thus the action which is demanded by the command from the ground station. The surveillance part performs the live streaming task. For the live video, the Raspberry Pi is connected to the Wi-Fi and is provided with an IP address. The provided IP works as a wireless LAN. Then, with the use of simple Python code, the HTML paste is rendered for displaying the video from the Pi camera. The rendered page can be accessed from any devices connected in the same network as Pi by using the IP and the provided port number. The surveillance part also includes the ultrasonic sensor for detecting the obstacle in between the path of light and hence for avoidance of the obstacle. The next part of the PPT is continued by Shankar.
Yeah, thank you for a good presentation, and thank you for be confident you are speaking. So it's a good, I want all of you to be confident when you're speaking like her. Okay, thank you for the presentation. So please continue.
Maybe for aerial surveillance. So surveillance drones. No, take it. Surveillance drones are unmanned aircraft used to gather still images, video recordings, or live video for targets such as a people, vehicle, or specific areas. But they may be used as a governments, militaries, law enforcement, or commercial entities to gather information and intelligence that can be used to assist decision making. Using to drones for surveillance can provide access to areas that may be difficult or impossible to reach. Difficult or impossible to reach by humans on foot or in land vehicles. Many drones are quieter than manned aircraft, can fly at lower altitudes, and are less expensive to operate. Using military and law enforcement surveillance drones in potentially dangerous environments such as battlefields or crime scenes can also prevent putting humans at risk. Police surveillance drones. Drones.
So who are not speaking, can you please in mute? Please continue. Yeah.
Drones that are popular in police department. Definition of police surveillance drones. Police drones are equipped with high definition cameras having powerful zoom capabilities combined to thermal cameras able to see during the night like in daylight. These drones can take off almost anywhere or keep hovering for a long time. Thank you, sir. Remaining slides are explained by my team member Vinaya.
As one of my team member is not able to join the meeting, I am continuing the further part.
Sure.
Why are drones useful for police department? Because they are cost effective, low barrier to entry, rapid aerial surveillance, efficiency, and reduced risk. As they are cost effective, drones require much lower capital and operating expenditures. Lower barrier to entry. It is far easier to train law enforcement officers to operate drones in police related deployments rather than training them to pilot air support helicopters. The associated costs are significantly reduced as well. As they are rapid in aerial surveillance, drones allow police department to survey crime scenes and search grids within moments of arriving on scene, and to do so much more comprehensively from the air. Efficiency. Drones can be deployed significantly quicker than traditional police air support helicopters. Drones are reduced in risk. Since drones are remotely operated, they allow police officers to conduct crime scenes, searches, and assess dangerous situations up close, such as active shooter incidents, prior to having a physically send police officers into harm's way. Why to know before using drones? These are some rules which we should know before using drones. FAA rules and regulations. Without a special waiver, current FAA regulations only allow drones to be flown during daylight hours, no higher than 400 feet and no faster than 100 miles per hour. Additionally, the aircraft must remain in the visual line of sight of the remote operator. The second one is cost of setting up a drone program. Flying a drone for commercial use requires training. While the benefits far outweigh the cost, it's important for police departments to understand their goals and create a plan before purchasing hardware. Risk of lawsuits. Similar to any other collision, if a drone crashes, any harmed individuals may be able to bring upon a lawsuit. This further emphasizes the importance of training and understanding the rules and regulations, so oil and gas pumps can fly safely and compliantly. Conclusion.
So Yeah, so I think some drones, if it is used by the police and others, they will be basically can fly to much longer distance where you cannot have the visual contact, right? So that is why there is some a drone, for example, how much it can fly. Maybe it is flying 30 minutes or 1 hour. Depending upon that, it can be controlled by GPS or it can be satellite controlled, the communication. And based on that, it can basically fly to a distance which is visually not possible for the police officer to go. And that is one of the faster reaction they can do to the crime scene, right? Please continue.
Conclusion. Drone surveillance is an ideal choice when it comes to large events such as concerts, political rallies, and marathons. They can be deployed very quickly and provide you with an overview to prevent illegal activity and protect attendees. Lastly, by saying these points, we conclude our presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the good presentation. And just to let you know, maybe some of your friends who are there, I think a few days back, when there was basically a function was going on in VIT Chennai, right? There was a singer who was doing the singing into the stage. And unfortunately, one of the, maybe the drone who was operating to take pictures, he lost control and the drone came and directly hit the singer and the singer was on the floor. So it is very, very important who is basically managing the drone, how to manage the drone, rather than taking the pictures of the whole function, right, that was happening in that college. Unfortunately, what happened, the whole program got stopped because the singer was hit very, very badly on the back of his head. So that is also very, very important. As you can see, there has to be proper training for the drone operators also. And this is where we can foresee there are a lot of opportunities, not only to be part of the drone industry, to also learn how to drive a drone. Unless a person knows how to drive a drone, what will happen? A lot of mishaps can happen. To avoid that mishaps, one need to know how to drive a drone. Yep. So now, which is the team is going to present? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Group number 2, sir.
Group number 2. Okay, please continue. Please tell your name and then you start the presentation.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Vinayak from Hubli KTC team and guided by Mamad Tahir, sir. My group teams are Priyanka, Abhishek, Samarth, and Joel. Nowadays, today I am presenting the drone concept. First, I will tell what is the drone. Drone is a flying machine that is used for fun, for photos, and a defense system nowadays. And there are 4 types of drone. One is a rotary blade, underwater, fixed wing, and fixed wing hybrid vertical takeoff. And now I'm telling how the drone is made of. First, they will use the plastic because the plastic is very light and weight. And
it can be plastic or it can be composite material, which are basically made of light material, and that can be sturdy. It may not be of plastic also. So it depends upon what kind of. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please come.
Sir. But it is a plastic is a corrosive and chemicals control sensor, and they are using the aluminum alloy because it's the unresistance and not corrosive material, and it is a lightweight material. And composite, like compared to aluminum, composite reduce weight by 15 to 45%. Beside high strength, composite are resistant to corrosion frame from salt water and electrolytes. During the drone means it will fly around the sky, sir. There are some air content. It will affect on the material. The material will get corrosive. Because of that, to avoid that, we use the aluminum. Next slide. And power supplies. Anything need the movement of the anything material, we need the power. So the drone it will use the source like a battery or solar, hydro fuel cell, combustion engine, cable, tether power supply, and laser. Lithium polymer battery. These are the substance actuator and motors.
So what is your drone is going to operate in what? Is it lithium battery, or it is how your what is the drone you're thinking that you're going to tell us your drone is going to be operated by what? Have you thought of that?
Sir, question. Once again, sir, repeat the question, sir.
So your drone, which you are going to present, right? So it will be operated by which kind of battery? It's going to be operated by battery, or it's solar, or you're going to use some kind of a fuel. So what is your plan to operate your own drone? How you want to operate? So what fuel? What kind of fuel?
No, sir.
Yeah, think through next time. Basically, when you are doing a presentation, right? It's basically learning for you. There will be questions. So you need to think through how you're going to basically your drone which you're operating, right? So one of the component is that if it has to fly, it has to use some kind of fuel, right? Either it can be battery or it can be some fuel. So think through how you want to operate it.
Yes.
Okay, please continue.
Yes, sir. Next slide will explain by my Samarth, sir. Sir, this side only I explain, sir. I will explain. This actuators and motors. This include digital electronic speed controller linked to engine, propellers, servo motors, and others. Sensors. Various sensors are used in drone as per requirement and application. Position and movement sensor give information about the state of the aircraft. Common sensor are laser, radar, camera, gyroscope, accelerometer, compass, barometer, and GPS receiver. And computing. Drones use advanced computing technology from analog control to microcontrollers system and chip and single board computers software. Yes, sir. Next slide is explained by Samarth, sir.
Sir, I will explain about the software used in the drones. FlyStag or autopilot software are used in the drones application. So open source software like OpenPilot and others are easily available. Also, there are many smartphones apps available for drones. Next, remote control. Most drones use radio frequency to communicate between the radio and the drone, which may be capable of autonomous or semi-autonomous operations. Remote control signals are the operator side can be issued from the one of the following.
Okay, Samat, how you want to basically secure basically a drone that somebody may not jam your drone and or basically there is no security lapse in your drone, right? Because when you have a radio frequency, it is there is going to be a connection with your home operating away from you are operating, right? If somebody jammed that, or you can basically can be some security lapses. So how are you going to basically prevent that? Have you thought of that? Or somebody can take control of your drone, basically getting into the drone and can. So how basically you think that your drone is basically safe so that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands?
Sir, it is operated by the signal, sir.
That single can be basically breakthrough, no? Using the cybersecurity, if there is a cybersecurity labs, right? So think through on that, because you're using open source softwares, right? When you're using open source softwares, that is easy to break, right? So you think through how you can basically prevent the security aspect of that also. Please continue.
Ground control, which is a human operating a radio transmitter, smartphone, computer, or other similar control system. Remote network system like satellite, duplex data links, cellular mesh, and LTE network. Another aircraft serving as a relay or mobile control stations. Next slides are continued by our teammate Priyanka.
Thank you, Samarth. I am Priyanka Patil from KTC Hubli. Now we'll see about the technologies used in drones. An airborne drone is a device that does not require a pilot on board. It is called an unnamed aerial vehicle also. Drone technology is something that is continuously evolving with investments in it increasing year by year. This is because drones have a wide range of uses that are crucial for several industries. For example, unmanned aerial vehicles are also used in the military for gathering intelligence, for anti-military, for anti-aircraft target practice, and more. Drones can be equipped with the sensors, including ultrasonic, laser, or radar distance sensors, time of flight sensors, chemical sensors, and stabilization and orientation sensors. Visual sensors offer still and more data. Radar positioning and return home. Modern drones are integrated with the dual global navigation satellite systems or GNSS, which includes GPS and GLONASS. These drones can fly in GNSS as well as non-satellite modes. Positioning helps in accurate drone navigation and also display the current position of the drone in relation to the controller. The return to home features guides the drone back to the controller.
So how you basically, when it comes back to the drone comes to the controller, right? So how your drone going to land safely? Did you thought of that? Otherwise, the presentation is really good. So your communication skill is very good. So if you can think and let me know how you can make your drone land safely.
Sure, sir, I'll work on it. Sir.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Sir. Obstacle detection and collision avoidance technology. High-tech drones come with the obstacle detection and collision avoidance technology in order to ensure safety. These sensors thoroughly scan the surrounding environment, while SLAM technology and software algorithms produce a scanned images into 3D map. These are the technologies which enable the drone to move into the air and hover or fly in any direction. They let the drone either hover or fly based on the data received from the flight controller and electronic speed controllers. And next, the working principles of drone are explained by my team member Joel. Thank you, sir.
So thank you at least explaining. If you can go to the previous slide, please. Yeah,
Yes.
so it's good that you talked about the obstacles and collision avoidance technology. So this is very, very important. And here you can mention using the AI, for example, right? You can enable the drone to automatically function and which can help the operators, because sometimes there can be some situations which with using the AI, it can really avoid those collisions. So maybe you can improve your slides or your thought process by using the AI also.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Next slide, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka. I am Joel. I am here to explain about the working principle of drones. The high flood pressure at the bottom and low pressure at the top of the propeller causes an upward force, which is called a lift. This force is responsible for lifting the weight of an aeroplane or a drone. The amount of lift force depends on the angle of inclination of the aerofoil or propeller. A sufficient amount of upward force is the objective required to lift the vehicle against the gravity, which is named lift. A force created to move the vehicle or body in motion is called thrust. This force can be studied using the kinematic laws or flood flows. When air flows cause over an aerofoil and pressure, viscous and drag force act on the profiles. Finally, the drone gets started to achieve. And I'm handling the mic to Priyanka.
Yeah, so just one question here, Joel. If you know, if the weather is not good, right? If it is cloudy and windy, that can also affect the drones. So have you thought how you're going to control in those situations? So if it is high wind is there, right? So it will be difficult to operate, right?
Yes.
So think through on that line also, what you're going to do to make your drone run or fly in those conditions when it is very windy and very cloudy. Okay, or if it is raining very heavily. So that will basically, it will affect your communication to the home monitoring center, right? Or where you. So think through on that line. maybe next class you can basically session you can let me know.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the good presentation. At least you have thought through new things. I appreciate that. So thank you. It's good work, team. So I want all of you to come out, basically provide me some new thought process, out of box thinking, and what your drones can do. Yeah, now which team?
Good afternoon, sir. Group 4, sir.
Okay, very good. Please continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Supriya Kshirsagar. My group members are Harish, Gaurav, Kiran, and Sanjay, guided by Mohammad Tais, sir. So our presentation is based on defense drone. So first we'll see what is drone. So basically drone is a unnamed aerial vehicle. These craft can carry out an immense range of tasks ranging from military operation to packaging delivery. So drone can be as large as aircraft or as small as the palm of a hand. So how drone works? So the vertical force acting on the drone is called lift. So this force is due to pressure differences across the drone. Hence the speed, size, and shape of the propeller blade decides the amount of the lift force. So lift force essentially to lift the body against the gravity. So the different types of drones. Next. So single rotor helicopter drones, multi-rotor drones, fixed wing drones, and fixed wing hybrid VTOL drones. So firstly, single rotor helicopter drones are, so it has the rotors on its top of the head and one more small rotor on its tail. So these rotors are used to control the direction and the stability of the drone. So these types of drones are used by the construction professionals who wants to carry payloads up to 40 kgs. So multi-rotor drones name itself suggests that it has the multiple rotors, which is used to which has ability to carry the heavier and it has the higher capabilities. These types of drones are used in aerial photographies and surveillance and the packaging application, delivery applications. So fixed wings drones. Fixed wings drones are used it is used to cover the large area. So it is used for mapping and in military. So fixed wing hybrid VTOL drones. So VTOL stands for vertical takeoff landing. So fixed wings hybrid VTOL drones are used to take off it is used to take off vertically, and these types of drones are used for security and rescue and for searching. Thank you, sir. Remaining slides will be explained by my team member Kiran.
So thank you for your good presentation. Please continue.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Kiran. And these unmanned aerial vehicles are commonly known as drones, are remotely controlled devices used in many industries like defense, military warfare, and many other. They are popular in public and private sectors because of their utility, the growing affordability. The aerospace and defense industry initially made drones for counterinsurgency and defense, which have proven helpful in these environments. Today, drones primarily serve the military industry around the world. They help for a wide range of purposes from target decoys to research and development. Additionally, they can be equipped with software to increase accuracy, reduce casualties. And these are the types of military drones, sir. And drone success.
So can you please give an example of casualties you're mentioning? So if you can provide me some examples. Yes, you mentioned about the casualties, reduce casualties. So how your drone will reduce casualties?
I didn't get that one.
You mentioned that your drone will reduce casualties. So I just want to understand how you will reduce the casualties. How your drone is, if you see the last two words, reduce casualties, right?
Yes.
So how your drone is going to reduce casualties? Okay, think through. Maybe next session you can tell me.
Sure. And these are the types of military drones, sir. Fixed wing. The fixed wing drone is the fastest military vehicle worldwide. These drones are designed to take off and land like airplanes using engines instead of rotors for lift. And this single rotor drones look similar to helicopters and are more durable than other drones. While they can be more efficient than different types of drones, they require more maintenance. Multi-rotor drones are the most straightforward option that provides the best control over positioning and framing. Because of this, they are the best choice for surveillance and reconnaissance. And this concept explains why.
My name is Gaurav and I will explain how the drones changing military welfare. Drones have improved military capabilities around the world in many ways. It will also continue to change military welfare through the following. The first one is RSTA, which defines the better reconnaissance, surveillance, and target acquisition. Drones provide real-time information on targets, positions, terrain, and enemy movement to commanders on the ground. Compared to high-altitude aircraft, drones can take closer footage without compromising with the quality of both photos and videos. And the second point is reduce cost. Drones are cheaper than conventionally aircraft in terms of both price and maintenance because drones are unmanned and they also reduce the risk of pilots being injured in mid-flight. And the third point is increased convenience. Compared to conventional aircraft, drones are faster and easier to develop. They are easier to operate and don't need training as extensive as most aircraft. Also, many drones don't need a runway and other type can easily fit in a backpack. Next, the fourth last point is increase the safety. Drone operators can provide real-time information at risk. On the top of this, that same information also informs the commanders where to position their troops to ensure safety. Thank you. The next slides will
So
explain.
one question to you. See, if your drone, if it is placed in the backpack, that means it can only fly for some few minutes, maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes, because it needs to fly more, it needs more fuel, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to say, then you have to say what kind of a drone. Of course, there are some drones that micro drones that are the army personnel use in the backpack and that can fly for the surveillance. And there are kamikaze drones also there, which basically comes and destroy, hitting the enemy basically where the target they wanted to hit, right? But those operations are done where basically it is maybe only within 15 kilometers like that. And the drones which you are, some drones used for the surveillance or this thing like Rustam 2 or other Saras, right? So those drones basically are used for longer duration and also they're equipped with missiles, right? But those are basically operated in a different way. So you need to think through which drone you are going to talk or which drones you want to basically project here. That also basically how you want to operate that, isn't it? Okay, please continue.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Harish. I'm continuing about defense drone mechanism. A defense drone typically works on the using of combination of advanced technologies and sensors, cameras, and communication system and artificial intelligence. In sensors, defense drones are used vertically in the sensors of monitors that in the environment. Like example, in 2019, sir, the Indian Army did the airstrike on Pakistan. While they are using radars and LNRs, they did not came to know our drone went into the Pakistan area. Like that, we are using the sensors and radars to how the enemy cannot be, how the enemy will not get our drones are entering into their land. cameras. Drones also use cameras to provide the various information of the operations or onboard artificial intelligence. Each cameras are included both visible light and infrared cameras. Communication system. Defense drones typically use on sophisticated communication system to receive the commands from the operators and the other some systems and transmit the information back to them. These systems are including the satellites communication, radio frequency communication, and other types of wireless communication technologies. Artificial intelligence. Many defense drones used in advanced artificial intelligence algorithms to decision of the platform task automatically. These algorithms cannot be analyzed can be analyzed by the sensors and cameras to identify the task, which is how the command will be given to the drones. Conclusion will be continued by the Sanjay.
Yeah, thank you. Basically, just to tell, your content was very good, right? You touched upon some of the really good points. Be confident, don't worry, and you can do a much better presentation. Okay, so next time I want to see you, you do a much better. Be confident. Okay. Okay, very good.
Conclusion. We have plenty evidence that drones are useful and increasingly widely used technology for collecting spatial and operational data in support of humanitarian operation. The IFRC should seek to support national societies and they integrate drone into their day-to-day operations. Thank you.
Thank you. Your presentation was good. So thank you for, I think you have worked on this. You have got a lot of points you have collected. So really good. So well done, team. Really appreciate it. Right. So, you know, some of the drones like India has producing the Rustam 2 or Tapas, which is a tactical airborne platform for aerial surveillance. So each drone has got a different. Now, India, if you see recently, has ordered around 450 small drones, right? That will carry some logistics to the army defense people to the border areas or remote areas. So there are certain drones that are used basically for providing logistics. Some you can see they've just purchased another drones, like kamikaze drones, which is basically will carry arms and this thing and go and hit the target and will destroy itself also. So in the defense area also, there are a lot of drones that are getting basically acquired by the government or the defense industries. There are also drones that are used by the civil area also. So what we can foresee is that there is a huge demand for drones that will become. And you have correctly mentioned in defense areas, now the war that has got changed and it will be more of a drone war, who are more advanced in drone technology, they will have a much better chance of winning. And you can see what is happening. The war that happened between the Armenia and Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan could defeat Armenia using the drones. They've taken it from Turkey. In the Russia-Ukraine war also, you can see now the drone technology has got advanced. Russia is using latest drone technology. And also what they're doing is that they're jamming basically some of the missiles and also the drones of the opponent, right? So this is basically, you need to think through how your drones can work without other enemy can basically jamming your drone software, because you have correctly mentioned they use a specialized, sophisticated software and which is not easy to jam, but still the enemy country will try to jam it. Then how you want to prevent it? And your drone can go and also jam the whole operations of the enemy countries. And using that, what will happen is that if they cannot have the communication between their lines, it will actually make the whole opponent absolutely in a weaker position. So these are some of the things you need to also think through. Okay. Anyway, it was a good presentation. Thank you, Tim. So can we go to the next stream?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, team number 5.
Good afternoon, sir. I am
Good
Priyanka
afternoon.
Bendigeri from KTC Hubli, and uh, my team members are Tanushree, Lata, Kathy, and Lakshmi, followed by Muhammad Tahir March. Our topic is on drone in agriculture. So first I will start with an introduction. The introduction of a drone in horticulture has revolutionary the way farmers approach crop monitoring, irrigation, and pest controls. Drones are equipped with advanced sensor cameras and technologies that allow farmers to collect precise data, crop health, and growth rates. This data can be used to optimize crop yields, reduce labor cost, and improve sustainability. Drones are particularly useful in agriculture because they can cover large areas quickly and efficiently. This allows farmers to monitor crops in real time, which is especially important during critical growth stages. Drones can also be used to apply pesticides and other chemicals in precise and targeted manners. So drones in horticulture. Drones can be used in various in agriculture, including crop monitoring, irrigation, and pest controls. Here are some examples of how drones can be used in horticulture. Crop monitoring. Drone equipped with the cameras and sensor can capture high resolution images of crops, which can be used to monitor plant health, detect nutrients deficiency, and track growth rates. The data collected can be helpful farmers make informed decision about the fertilization, watering, and harvesting. So this image shows how the drones is actually crop monitoring.
So can you please tell some of the technologies you're using in crop monitoring?
Sir?
So what are the technologies you're using for monitoring the crops?
Sir, irrigation and pesticides.
No, that is fine. So you say the monitoring of the crops, no? So
Yes.
maybe you are doing surveillance, right? Maybe using the cameras, you trying to check the growth of the crops. So
Yes.
maybe
Sensors
just
and
think,
cameras.
yes, doing sensors, right? So think through. Next, maybe session we can think through what are the things you have in your mind. Okay, please continue.
So next, irrigation. Drones can be used to monitor soil moisture levels and apply water to crop in a precise and efficient manner. This reduces water waste and ensures that crops receive the right amount of water at the right time. So next, pest controls. Drones can be used to spray crops with pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. Reduce the needs for manual spraying and minimizing the exposure workers to potentially harmful chemicals. Thank you. Next will be continued by Tanushree.
Thank you, Priyanka. And I'm explaining sensors used in agricultural drones. Agricultural drones are equipped with various sensors that help farmers monitor crops and make data-driven decisions. Here are some of the sensors commonly used in agricultural drones. RGB cameras. These sensors capture high resolution images of crops, which can be used to monitor plant health, detect nutrient deficiencies, and track growth rates. Multispectral cameras. These sensors capture images in several spectral bands, including red, green, and near infrared. This data can be used to generate vegetation indices, which can be provide insights into crop health, biomass, and water stress. Thermal cameras. These sensors capture images in infrared spectrum, which can be used to measure crop temperatures and detect stress caused by water, disease, and pest infections. LIDAR. This technology uses laser to generate 3D maps of crops, which can be used to measure crop height, and density and biomass. GPS positioning system. Sensors are used to provide location data for drone, which is used to create high precision maps of crop fields. Weather sensors. These sensors measure environmental variables such as temperature, humidity, and wind speed, which can be used to predict crop growth and help farmers make informed decisions about irrigation and pest control. And next topic will be continued by Lata. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanu. Advantages of drones in agriculture. Agricultural drones offer several advantages over traditional farming methods, including improving.
Yeah, your camera is off. Can you switch your camera, please? And in fact, your presentation was really good. So only thing is that, see, you're already was talking in the previous slide about how you're going to monitor the camera, basically the crops, right? So if anybody asks you a question, you can say that the next slides talks about how I'm going to monitor the crops. So in fact, it was there in your slides. So it's very good. Please continue. And if you can kindly switch on your camera, please.
Can I start, sir?
Yeah, please start.
Advantages in agriculture drones. Improved efficiency. Drones can cover large areas quickly and efficiently, allowed farmers to monitor crops and livestock more frequently and accurately. These can lead to improved yields, reduced labor costs, and increased profitability. Precision agriculture. Drones can be used to create a high precision maps of crop fields, which can help farmers optimize the use of water, fertilizer, and pesticides. This approach can reduce the cost and environmental impact while improving crop yield. Reduce cost. Reduce risk. Drones can be used to monitor crop and livestock in hazardous or hard to reach areas, reducing the risk of injuries to workers. Better data collections. 4-point data. Better data collections. Drones can equipped with the sensors can collect data on crop health, growth rates, and environmental conditions, providing farmers with more accurate and timely information to make a data-driven decisions. 5th point, improved sustainability. By reduce the use of water, fertilizer, and pesticides, drones can be help farmers promote sustainable agriculture and reduce the impact on the environmental. Time savings. Drones can be cover large areas quickly, reducing the amount of time farmers needs to spend on manual crop monitoring and data collection. I pass to Kathy.
Thank you, Lata.
Yeah, so can you please switch your camera? I can't see you. Can you, if you don't mind, can you please switch on your camera, please? Yeah, if you can switch on your camera.
While agriculture drones offer several advantages, there are also some potential disadvantages that farmers should consider, including, first point, high cost. Agriculture drones can be expensive to purchase and maintain, particularly for smaller farms or farmers who are just starting out. Second one, limited battery life. Drones typically have limited battery life, which can restrict the amount of time they can be used for crop monitoring and data collection. This may require farmers to purchase additional batteries or limit the areas that they cover. Third one, regulatory restrictions. The use of drones in agriculture is subject to regulations by national and local authorities. Fourth point, technical complexity. Operating and monitoring drones require specialized training and expertise, which may be challenging for some farmers to acquire. Fifth point, weather conditions. Drones may not be able to operate in adverse weather conditions such as high winds, rain, or extreme temperatures. This can be limit their usefulness during certain times of the year or in certain regions. Sixth point, limited payload capacity. Drones have limited payload capacity, which can restrict the amount of equipment and sensors that can be carried. This can be limit their usefulness for certain applications such as large scale spraying or carrying heavy equipment. I will pass for Lakshmi.
Thank you, Kathy. I am Lakshmi. My topic is conclusion. In a
Lakshmi,
conclusion, the use of
excuse me.
agriculture
Lakshmi,
has the potential to revaluation the way farmers monitor and manage their crops and livestock. Livestock, for example, I will give cows and buffaloes. If in milk will provide a regular income to the livestock, farmer through sale of milk. Next, drones offers numerous advantages, including improved efficiency, precision, agriculture reduce risk, better data collection, improved sustainability, and time saving. However, there are also potential disadvantages such as high cost, limited battery life, regularity restrictions. Ultimately, the decisions to adopt agriculture drones will depend on variety of factors, including the size and needs of the farm, available resource and regularity and environment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. In between, your presentation was really good. I think Lata and this thing, be confident when you're basically doing the presentation. Otherwise, your presentation was really good, informative. And the team here again, basically be confident. If anybody asks questions, that is there in the next slides. You can tell those are there in the next slides. And this is how you can show your confidence also. So great. It was a good presentation. So thank you. So any other team in the KTC Hubli before we go on to the next setup? Pardon? Your voice is breaking. Yeah, please continue.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. So if there are no teams in KTC Hubli, I will move to Vaishali Computers. So Vaishali Computers, yes, there are 3 teams in Vaishali Computers. So I will start with the group 1. Yeah, Vaishali Computers.
Sir, 1 second, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm sharing the screen, sir.
Yeah, great. And others, please switch on your cameras to all the centers and this thing.
Sir,
and all the students, yes. Yeah, so this is group 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Please continue.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Swapna, sir. Our team name is Shining Star and our team members are Chandana B, Bhavani S, Ravichandra C, Nandini P. Our topic is food delivery drone submitted to Sabyasachi Banerjee, sir, guided by Ettu Smita Ima and center head Vaishali Gita ma'am. Center Vaishali Computers Bhavani. Food delivery drone. One of the most recent development is drone delivery. From medicine to full-blown meal, drones are beginning to deliver products to households with speed and convenience. In this, we can know how drone delivery can be utilized for food delivery and its benefit. A food delivery drone is unmanned aerial vehicle that can deliver lightweight packages with propellers and rechargeable batteries and attached package underneath the body. Food delivery is a new way of delivering products to consumers. Here, rather than focusing on the traditional method that is using of car, bikes, or cycle, for delivery purpose. But here in the form of drone, they give the responsibility to a drone. Next slide. Ma'am. How drones are used for food delivery. Orders are prepared and attached to the drones, and they can fly in the sky somewhere else 300 and 400 feet with Federal Aviation Administration approval to deliver it to the customers. Thank you, sir. And the next slide will explained by my teammate Bhavani.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Bhavani from Vaishali Computers, Ballari. As my friend Swapna explained about how drones are delivered food, so now I'm going to continue the topic. If we see here, whenever we are delivering the food by road, it will consume 30 minutes of your time. It means 15 minutes for food preparation and 15 minutes for delivering the food. Whenever in next image, if you see here, we can see that how we are delivering the food by using the drone. Restaurant to drone to customer. And in next image, if we go through that, delivering the food by using the drone, it will consume less time. It means 15 minutes. For preparing the food, it will take 15 minutes time, and delivering the food, it will take, preparation of the food, it will take 7 minutes, and delivering the food, it will take 8 minutes of the time. Total 15 minutes of the time to deliver the food by using the drone. Next slide. If we go through the chart, we can observe that by using the road, we can supply the orders very less. But whereas by using the drone, we can supply more quantity of orders. Remaining topics, my friend Chandana will continue, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is a very good insight that you have told, that you can have the drone, you can use multiple times, right? And using that, you can provide the faster delivery and you can have a better user experience, right? Everybody can pay a little bit more if you can give the hot food at a faster time, right? So, and that provides a better user experience to the person who is having the food also. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Chandana B. In this slide, we can see the activities of food delivery drone. Customer place an online order for food. Drone takeoff. Drone arrives over this side. Food delivered. In first step, customer place an online order for food. The most common and even the most innovative way of using drone to deliver food is by having drones replace car deliveries and transport food straight to the consumer's doorsteps. With this method, customers place an online order for food. Drone takeoff. When the customer places an online order for food, then the package and it is attached to the carrier on the drone. The drone then takes off, monitored by someone. Drop off the food directly to the consumer's drop-off location. Drone arrives over the site. When the drone arrives, it overs the site and will lower the package or cable or wire, usually in the person's backhand. Food delivered. Once the food has been delivered, the drone heads back to the establishment. There are a few drone services that have already been used, tested, and utilized in the method of delivery, so that the consumer does not have to worry about their food. Next slide. Benefits of food delivery drone. Shorter delivery time, cost effective, expanded customer base, environmental friendly operation, lower operation cost. Shorter delivery time. In this shorter delivery time, when the person order from online, it will deliver it soon to the customer. And nowadays, when we order offline can take a longer time than we expected. because of the traffic or the multiple orders in the same area. With the drone, we will get the food faster, cost effective. Cost effective customer not only want a fast delivery option, but they also want a affordable price. In this cost effective, with the third party services, they have to pay for the labor. But for drone, we don't have any labor, so the cost effective will expanded customer base. In the expanded customer base, for people who have difficulty leaving their house or live in a remote areas, then they will help for the expand customer base. Environmental friendly operation. The drone will help for the environmental operation because in this we don't have any fuel like the cars or bikes. Only the drone will be used. Lower operation cost. Here we don't have any labor, so it will help for lower operation cost. We don't have to hire any employees. Next slide. In this slide, we will show the video of how the food delivery will help.
So here one question, you're shown the delivery, right? If your pizza falls from such a high height, right, your pizza box will get damaged and the pizza will also get damaged. So what is the delivery mechanism you're thinking through? So if it drops from such a height, it will not get damaged. Yeah, students, are you able to hear me? So what is your thought process? How are you going to deliver your pizza? Because pizza is a food, right? If it drops from such a height, it will, isn't it, get damaged? So what is your thought process?
No, sir, those will not get damaged, sir.
How we want to do it?
Because the box will contain strong ones, sir.
The box will get damaged. So what? How are you going to? Okay, I'll tell you by this thing. When I was in University of Cambridge, so we had a teams. So we the professor gives us basically eggs, right? He told us within 15 minutes we have to think through if it is dropped from 9 feet and it should not break, right? And we need to think of a mechanism how if it is dropped from 9 feet, it will not drop, and only what they were given was sellotape and a paper, and each A4 size paper told us that it will cost 10 pound, right? So we have to use minimum paper. Of course, sellotape up to 3 meters, it was free, and over and above, every meter is to cost 1 pound. So with the least cost, how you can prepare a mechanism that if you drop the egg from 9 feet, it should not break. Of course, there were 6 teams, and we prepared this thing. Only I think 3 teams were prepared among them where the egg was dropped, it was not broken. So here is a question to all of you: how you can think through? Maybe you can think through on that, because if you drop from such a height, you need to have some thought process. How you going to the goods which is falling into the ground or particular place, it should not broken or get damaged. Think through on the packaging. Next is that if you can have that drop absolutely come down, and if it can drop maybe just over that, release basically from the box into that place, and it should not broken, not from such a high height. If you're having from that some kind of height, then it should have some kind of a parachute effect, which will reduce the basically effect of the falling, right? So that your food doesn't get damaged. Just think through on those lines. Okay. So anyway, it was a good presentation. Please continue.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for showing the demo also, the video. Good. So your presentation is over, or some more slides are there?
Finish, sir. We have one more team. Two more teams.
Yeah, so there are two more teams. So let's go to the team number 2. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Rupashri from Vaishali team Gold Farms, and my teammates are Meghna, Rachama, my topic is how drones are used in agriculture, that is agricultural drones. Next slide, ma'am. So, what is agricultural drone? Agricultural drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle used to help optimize agricultural operations. Also, it will increase the crop production and also monitor the crop growth. Some sensors are used in this drone, and also the digital imaging capabilities which are used in this drone can give the farmers a richer picture of their fields. These are some sensors which are used in agricultural drones. Visia, thermal, multispectral, hyperspectral, and LIDAR. And what these sensors do? Visia will help in aerial mapping, imagining, plant counting, and surveying. And thermal sensor will be used in heat signature detection, livestock detection, surveillance, water source detection, and the emergency response. And the multispectral sensor will be used in plant measurement, water quality assessment, vegetation index, and plant counting. Hyperspectral sensor will be used in plant health measurement, water quality assessment, vegetation index calculation, full spectral sensing, research and development. And the LIDAR sensor will be used in useful in 3D digital surface modeling and surface location detection, flood mapping, and the short range. Next slide, ma'am. How are drones being used in agriculture? Monitoring plant health. The drones will be used in monitoring plant health. Drones equipped with special imaging equipment called normalized defense vegetation index, and this software will be used to know the condition of the crop. Like we'll use this drone to know the condition of the crop, whether it is a dead leaf or a stressed leaf or a healthy leaf. It is very necessary to know the condition of the crop, because if it is a stress, we need to give water to it to convert it into a healthy leaf. Next, monitoring field condition. Monitoring field condition is also important to know in agriculture. If we know the field before cropping, the drone will go to tell them whether it is a dry land or a wet land, like it is a wet soil or a soil. Some crops will only grow in dry soil and some crops will only grow in wet soil. It is important to know the condition of the soil before growing the crops. And also, if we know the field condition after cropping the crops, it will send the notification to the monitor who is monitoring the drone about the condition of the soil. If it's wet soil, we need to control the water. We need to control the water which are going further. And if it tells the dry soil, then we need to keep more water for the healthy crop production. Further, Meghna is going to explain the
Good evening, sir. My name is Meghna. I'm from Vaishali Computers. I'm gonna explain about planting and seeding. We use
So Meghna, can you please switch on your camera, please?
Yes. Can you see me, sir? Hello.
Yeah, hello. I think it's not yet coming. Some maybe problem with the camera. Others, can you see? I can't see.
No, sir. No, sir.
I think some technical issues, sir.
Okay, no problem. Continue.
Okay. We use seed copter for planting and seeding. These drones are mainly used for reforesting, and it is successfully developed for dropping seeds in interior hilly areas where it is very hard to reach the area for humans to replant. And it is efficient of work is better by using these seed copter for reforesting. And next one is spraying application. For spraying, we use fixed wings drones and multi-copter drones. Drone crop spraying is a process of using drones to apply pesticides to the crops. This method is becoming more popular among farmers as it is more efficient and precise than traditional method. In traditional spraying method, we required more workers to more workers, and the workers should be very close to the chemicals. It become harm to them, and by using drone spraying, it reduces the risk to the humans. Next slide, ma'am. Drone irrigation. Drone irrigation use microwave sensor. It is able to capture the accurate soil health information that include moisture level without the plants getting into the way of means. Way it means water can distribute in fields in the most efficient way in an effort to conserve resource. And this method is mostly used where water resources are less. And for this, we use for sensor, we use multi-spectral sensor and thermal sensor and hypospectral sensor and leader sensor. By using all these sensor, it will use to give the information to the farmers. Next slide, ma'am. Advantages of drones in agriculture. By using drones for spraying pesticides, we can save time. It can cover large areas and it will work quickly than manual spraying. For manual spraying, it will take more time, and we require more labors also, and it is easy once we learn how to use drones. It is very easy to use in agriculture. It is easy to use in agriculture. And integrated GIS mapping. Integrated GIS mapping is used to identify vegetation level in your fields, and it will provide information to adjust seeds, nutrition, and fertilizers to the crops by the information. Crop health imagining. For crop health imagining, we use multispectral sensor. By this sensor, it will detect the what is the health of the crop and plant. By this, with that information, a farmer will use what kind of pesticides they have to use for the crops. And next one, efficiency of work is better. By this, efficient of work is better that they targeted the area that needed most care. And it will cover large areas for land quickly and efficiently. And reduce the detect the crop damage. Detect the crop damage. By this, we can easily detect the disease of the crop, and we can prevent the we can prevent by spreading the infection to the remaining crops, and reduce the population. By using drones, it will cut the pollution caused by the trucks and tractors in agriculture. And next one, increasing productivity. Drone will enhance farmers' ability to obtain and utilize multispectral sensor to detect issue with the crops before they harm crop yield. With that information, they will take with that information, they will with that information, they will increase the productivity in agriculture, and reduce wastage of pesticides. By for manual method, we can laborers, they will spray lot of quantity without knowing how much quantity the crop need. But by using drones, it can by using the drones, it will use the multi-spectral sensor, and it will give the information how much quantity need to the crop, and it will spray the pesticides to the crops. Next slide. So we can see the video. So, ma'am, next, I'm going to give a small conclusion for this. Initially, drones were designed only for military purpose. Since last decade, drones are making a marvelous change in agriculture sector due to the increasing damage for agriculture labors, need for increasing in good food production and food security. So by using drones in agriculture, it helps a lot to the farmers. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the good presentation. Only thing is that be confident when you're speaking. So don't basically, when you prepare it, maybe you can just in front of the camera or in front of the mirror or this thing, 2 or 3 times prep. And another thing, the best thing what I generally do is that for each slide, make 2 or 3 lines what you want to put to the speaker, right? When you're doing the presentation, so that your flow is always there. So these are the few tips for making a good presentation. So just think through for each of the slides, what is your storyline, so that it is basically in all the slides, what you're presenting, there is a proper storyline. Otherwise, your presentation was good. So thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
So now we move on to the third team, Vaishali Computers. Hello. Yeah, can we move on to the third team, please?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Sorry for inconvenience, sir. And our topic is about drones for NDVI index. And our team members first, Abhijit, Pani, Yasmin, Anusha, Mohan, Vijay Lakshmi. And we are guided by Smita ma'am. And our center was Vaishali Computers, Ballari. Our center head was Vaishali Geeta. Next slide. I need to say the brief introduction about NDVI. NDVI is the normalized difference vegetation index that is used to estimate the health of the green vegetation, and that helps for us the precision agriculture or good agriculture. These drones provide high resolution image that taken of the crops, and it compares the NIR and the visible light, and that gives the NDVI value. Next. Here we calculate the how is the NDVI. Here NIR means infrared light that is emitting out from the plant, and red is also visible light that is also emitting from the plant. If we are having NDI value less than 0, it indicates that it is a dead plant or a road or a building or a soil. If the value of NDI is between 0 to 0.33, it indicates us that the plant is of some issue and it is of some unhealthy. And the value is 0.32 to 0.66, indicates healthy plant material. If the value is more than 0.66 and its photosynthetic activity is very good. Next slide. And for that calculation of NDVI, we are using our unmanned aerial vehicle, and our specifications was a quad rotor helicopter of 700 mm diameter, and it is capable of carrying a 1 kg payload, and a flight time of 35 minutes, and at a top speed of 25 knots. We are using an open software, Pix4D, and it is a company that helping for the software to mapping the waypoints, altitude, heading direction, and the speed of the drone. And we are using a modified Canon SX260 camera without the infrared filter for taking the images. And our drone consists of autopilot, GPS, and radio link. And the images taken by the drone will be visualized like this. That red part of the material indicates it's there is some problem with the crop or something. The green section will say that the plant is of good condition. Next. The whole process will be summarized like this only. The drone will take the pictures, and that data will be given to the grounded station, and that will be shows the reports of NDVI. Next slide. These are the graphical representation. If we have NDVI value max throughout the harvest period, for keeping NDVI value more, we will having the yield also more. Next slide.
Yeah, you can also do predictive analysis based on very good. In fact, the concept is very good. I really like the slides till now. And you can basically use the AI also for the predictive analysis.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Use the analytics. Yeah, please go ahead. Carry on.
We are in past days, we are using satellites to collect this data. By deploying the NDVI drones, we can make a low operational cost when compared to the satellites. These NDVI drones will help to give high spatial and spectral resolutions rather than the satellites. And these NDVI drones cover a lesser area when compared to the satellites. It will cover more kilometers stretch. And NDVI drones will have a favorable revisit time for the crop, wherein the satellite revisit time will be not very good. By using the NDVI drones, we can continuously monitoring the fields, and we can develop the modern farm management skills to the farmers. And here is the video, sir. As shown in the video, we will map each and every plant, and if there is any problem, we will suggest the farmers to take the charge against them. And we are going to provide our services and pricing based on this. The amount of images we are given to them, and the live map and standard assessment, providing email and chat support, and by mapping ground control points to them, the farmers. And we can implement this by giving to the government also through each and every mandal. We can help the farmers by deploying this NDY drones. Thank you.
Thank you for the very good presentation. So where is your team?
Sir, some of them are absent, so they are included.
It was a team presentation anyways. So what's your full name?
Krishna, sir.
Okay, so very good. Your communication skill is also very good. So I think you are going to do very well in your future career. So keep it up, right? So that is what I wanted to say. And it was really informative. So I like your presentation. Thank you.
Thanks.
So can we move on to the next center? Anybody from Vaishali? Any other presentation?
All three presentations completed, sir. Presentations.
Yeah, all the presentation complete. Very good. So now we go to VVS Shahpur. So if you can cope with the group 1, let's go with the group 1 now. So team, please come on the switch on your camera, please. So team, are you ready? So please switch on your cameras, please. Hello team, please switch on your cameras.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. I am Bhuvaneshwari from Shahpur. I am currently studying in BSc third semester, sir. And we are representing today VVS Computer Center in Shahpur. Today we will go to explain about delivery drone. Before going to delivery drone, we will now let us see what is drone and what are the types of drone by Narmada, sir.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir, and everyone.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Narmada. I currently studying in BA third sem in Shahpur, Raichur University in Raichur. My team members are Juleka, Chaitra, and Bhuvaneshwari. I am explaining the what is drone. What is drone? A drone is an unmanned aircraft. Drones are more formally known as unmanned aerial vehicles or unmanned aircraft systems. Drone is a Drone Abraham Karim is father of drones technologies, and then types of drone. First one is multi-rotor drones, fixed wing drones, single rotor drones, hybrid drones, nano drones, racing drones, and delivery drones. Next, continued by Bhuvaneshwari. Thank you, sir. Bhuvaneshwari.
Hello, ma'am. Show the next slides, ma'am. Next slide, ma'am.
Yeah, Bhuvaneshwar, please switch on your camera, please.
So, yes. In the last slides, we have seen what is drone and what are the types of drone. Now, let us see what is delivery drone. A delivery drone is an unnamed aerial vehicle. We use delivery drones for transporting the packages and goods from one place to another place. It will be useful for transporting the goods and packages easily than compared to the traditional modes of deliveries. Delivery drones are most commonly used by some e-commerce companies and other delivery service providers to provide efficient and faster delivery than compared to the traditional delivery systems. So when we see AI integrated delivery drones are equipped with AI algorithms that allow them to navigate autonomously. When we introduce AI in delivery drones, the delivery drones moves automatically without the use of a person. They can be moved by using the remote system, and then the AI algorithms use GPS and cameras to determine the location of a drone and the position of a drone, which will help them to avoid obstacles and help them to move in a less traffic areas. AI algorithms helps the delivery drones to optimization of the routes, taking into factors such as weather, distance, and traffic, which will help the delivery drone and other persons to take less time in the delivery of goods, and it is cost effective for the persons and for the companies too. AI algorithms can detect and identify packages for delivery using computer vision technique. The images which are captured by the camera in delivery drone, AI systems identify them and detect them to deliver the packages, which are the images taken by the cameras of a delivery drone. Next slide, ma'am. When we see the components of a delivery drone, there are so many components. Firstly, the frame. Frame is a physical structure which helps the delivery drone to support all other components. It is like a basement for a house. It supports all the other components in the delivery drone. And then motors and propellers. Propellers are nothing but propellers are nothing but 2 or 3 blades connected to a central hub that attaches to the engine shaft of a delivery drone. So these motors and propellers help the delivery drone for the lift and thrust of a delivery drone, which will help the drone to take off, fly, and land. Then battery. Battery provides the drone's motor energy. Battery provides the energy which is required for the motors and other electrical components which are present in the drone. And then the flight controller. Flight controller, it is responsible for interpreting the sensor data and sending commands to the motors and other components to control the flight path. For the movement of the flight, the flight controller will help, and it commands the motors and other components which are present in the delivery drone. Then GPS and navigation system. GPS and navigation system helps the drone at which place the drone is moving, and the navigation system helps the drone for its destination place. So the delivery drone can move in a good and specific certain places. This is about the components of a delivery drone, and the next slide will be continued by my teammate Chaitra.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Chaitra. So please switch on your camera, please.
Yes, sir. Delivery. First one is autonomous navigation. These GPS navigation systems and sensors that are adapted to the delivery drones, which allow them to navigate autonomously or track the delivery location directly without need of human intervention. And these delivery drones have payload capacity, which carries the food containers or packages depending on their size, weight, and flight range. Obstacle avoidance technology is adapted to delivery drones, such as sonar, lidar, or infrared sensors, which will help them to detect the obstacles and avoid the obstacles during the flight path. Next slide. Madam, next slide. These drones have long flight range, which ranges from 20 minutes to several hours, and it will allow them to cover the significant distance and complete the multiple deliveries on a single charge. And nowadays we are stuck over the traffic, and it consume more time over there. So these delivery drones can avoid the traffic, and it is capable of flying at high speeds up to 50 to 70 kilometers per hour. It can reach the delivery location without delay in time. And these delivery drones are adapted to the high resolution cameras that can be used to monitor the delivery process, whether the delivery packages are delivered to the correct location or not. By using these cameras, we will get to know about it. And delivery drones face the some weather conditions like rain, wind, and snow that are enabling them to operate in a wide range of environments. So overall, features of delivery drone are designed to make them fast, quick, and efficient, safe delivery of the packages. Thank you, sir. Next part will be continued by my friend Zuleka.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I am Zuleka. I am currently studying in BSc third sem at Shahpur. As we have seen what is drone and delivery drone and what are the components and features, let us see about the advantages of a delivery drone. Delivery drone can deliver the packages within a minutes, hours, or depending upon the distance and location. So delivery drones can delivers the packages depending on the location as faster as it will reach the packages in a less time as compared to the vehicle. Next, the delivery drones are cost effective because they do not require fuel, maintenance, or human driver, which can reduce the cost of delivery. So, as if we are doing a something job as a courier in like food companies like Swiggy, if we are doing as a job as courier, we have to we have to deliver the food through bikes or motorcycle, car, etc., which needs fuels like petrols or diesels, which comes from we can take it from our money only. But in drones it do not require any fuel, which is saves our money, and human driver, which can reduce the cost of delivery. If you are ordered if you
So
are
how your
delivered
drone will
something,
fly? So it has to get some energy, no? So how the drone will fly? So what is the energy it will get from? If it is not using fuel, so how you want your drones to fly?
How the drones are fly?
How? So what are you going to use?
Some motors, sir. Batteries or motor?
Yeah, batteries are
Battery or
one
motor.
option, not motors. Motors has to run by something, right? So it has to get power, right? Power has to get
Yes,
from
sir.
battery. Yep.
Yes.
So you need to think through when you ask questions. And the team, who's Zuleka, and you should support Zuleka also. It's a team project, right? It's not single project.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So others also please support her if any question comes. Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Delivery drones are environmental friendly because they produce fewer carbon emission and require less energy to produce. As we know, through delivering through the bikes or motors, they need petrols or diesels, which releases the gases like carbon dioxide, and which is harmful to the environment. But in the drones, it did not require any fuel, means it releases the less carbon and which is not harmful to the environment. So next, delivery drones can reach remote areas like mountainous regions, islands, and disaster zones that are difficult to traditional methods. So there are some places to where the human can't reach and can't deliver some packages. By using the drones, it can reach the packages at any emergency times, medicines or etc. It can deliver to that regions like mountainous and islands. Ma'am, can you move to next slide, please? Let us see a short video about delivery drone in a delivery food, which is delivering the food. Ma'am, can you click on the video, please? Hello, ma'am.
Can you share the link of this YouTube? It's not an.
Chaitra, can you send the link to the ma'am?
Okay.
Sorry to say, sir, can I move to the next slide, please?
Yes, please move ahead.
Okay, sir. Ma'am, please. Ma'am, can you share the slide, please?
So this is a video which shows that how the drone will deliver the food within a less time. So next I will move to the delivery mechanism. So there are many mechanisms in which the drones are using. First, I have taken the healthcare delivery. Drones can be utilized to drop off the valuable medical supplies. This includes items such as vaccine, pharmaceutical samples, and blood and plasma, etc. Drones offers the opportunity of improving the healthcare and particularly in remote areas where there is no facilities of any hospital or medical. So in that area, the drones are very useful to supplying the medicals items such as any vaccines or injections or tablets or samples or blood. Next, food delivery. Nowadays, as we know, the food delivery is came a very common thing, and we are delivering the food and eating and enjoying the meal. So here the drones have a very the potential to rapid food delivery services. The drone is loaded with food packages and takes off from a designated location, which ensures the food remains fresh and intact during the transportation. And in this drone, what happened means in this drone, while we are delivering the drone, the food was not damaged in that drone, and it will during the transportation the food got not any damage. So it will as fresh we have packaged. So it is very useful in for delivering the food also. The shipping delivery, drone delivery is not only good option for companies like Amazon, but global logistic firms can be benefit from them. The drones can be used to resupply cargo ships and carry out other tasks that traditionally performed with small boats. As we know, some transportation will occur by boats also. So if but here what I have to what I have to tell means the drones is not only useful for companies like Amazon and big companies. It is very useful in ship delivering, also carrying the cargo goods or cotton boxes, which is very useful also in shipping delivery. So it is all about my slides. Thank you, sir, and thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Just you need to better coordinate among yourselves, right? So that those little mishaps doesn't happen. So thank you anyway for your good presentation. So let's move on to the next
thank you, sir.
Team. So team number 2. Next team. So yeah, so next team, please present. And kindly, yeah, switch on your camera, please.
Madam, sir, one technical issue, sir.
Okay. So please tell your name and you please start the presentation.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Jyoti. I am from UVS Computer Shahapur. Our topic name is agriculture drone, UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, presented by VVS Computers. My team members are Pooja, Renuka, Saraswati, Bhima Shankar. Madam, next slide.
So what is the team number? Just 1 minute, let me check.
Team members are 4 members, sir.
So your team number is basically team number 5 or group 5. Okay.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
please. Yeah, please continue.
Yes, sir. Madam, next. Contents of the agriculture drone. What is drone? Introduction of agriculture drone. Uses of drones in agriculture. Activities of agriculture drone. Benefits of agriculture drone. Madam, next. Explain about what is drone. A drone is a flying robot that can be remotely controlled or fly automatically using software controlled flight plans in its embedded systems that work in conjunction with onboard sensors and a global posting system. A drone is a flying robot can remotely controlled by a software controlled flight plans and embedded system that work in conjunction of onboard global posting system. Madam, next. Introduction of agriculture drone. An agriculture drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle used in agriculture operations, mostly in yield optimization and monitoring crop growth and crop production. An agriculture drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle. An agriculture drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle. It is used to agriculture operation, yield on optimization and monitoring crop growth and crop production. Thank you, sir. Next slide will be continued by my teammate Saraswati.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Please continue.
Today I will explain about the agriculture uses of the agriculture drone. Explain about the one by one. First, I will explain the mass data collection. It means it will collect the data in large quantity by which we can collect the more data. By collecting the data, the users or farmer can know more about their land data related to the water system, soil and fungal infestations. And second point, land survey. Agriculture drone does the land survey.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay, so land survey, agriculture drone does the land survey. It helps the knowing the land and its condition, serving in the aerial, conduct the using drones and special cameras, and capture the aerial data with downwards and sensor. It is frequently used by the surveyors. And third one, seeds planting. By the drone, we can track whether seeds are planting or not in the proper way. The planting drone as a seeds container where the seeds are stored. There in funnel, in the seeds are going to the drop. And next one, using the fertilizer. Some drones can spray the fertilizer directly to the crop, which reduce the human work. Nano urea 86% is absorbed by the plant, and it is easily spread on the crop by the drones. And small. And the next one point, using the pesticides. It also can spray the pesticides to the plant. Small, remotely polluted, aircraft or being the used the apply pesticides around the world, especially in southeast area. And next point, water irrigation. After collecting the data of land, it's send the data to food, whether the decision is made about the water quantity to the provide. The agriculture industries is using drones to the increase watering efficiency and possible polling or lacks in the irrigation. Thanks, sir. Thanks for giving this one opportunity. And next slide will explain the puja.
Thank you. Yeah, Pooja, please continue.
Hello, sir. I'm Pooja. I'm studying in BCom final year, presented by US Computer. Creation of agriculture drone. There are too many technologies involved in today's agriculture, out of which spraying pesticides using drones is one of the emerging technologies. And next one, Manual pesticide spraying causes many harmful side effects to the personnel involved in the spraying process. The effect and range from mild skin irritation to birth defects, uh, tumors, genetic changes, blood, nerve disorders, endocrine disruption, coma, or death. The WHO World Health Organization estimated as 1 million cases of ill affected when spraying the pesticides in the crop field manually. This paved the way to design a drone mounted with a spraying mechanism. Ma'am, creation of agriculture drone. The parts of components used to. First one, motor. Motor is as used to spin propellers of multi rotors drones into enable to the to fly. And next, propellers is nothing but devices that transform to rotary motion into linear thrust. ESC nothing but electronic speed controllers are devices that allow drone flight controllers to control and adjust control to speed of the motors. Next one, battery. Battery provide necessary power to the drone motors to provide. Next one, flight controller. The flight controller is the brain of the drone which controls the motors and ESC in the drone. Next one, radio transmitter is an electronic device that use radio signals to transmit commands wirelessly video at set a radio frequency over to the radio receiver. Next one, FPV. FPV means first person view. Camera is a key component in FPV drone systems, capturing real time video that's transmitted to monitor. Video. Next one, video transmitter are devices that transmit video from your drone to the video receiver. These are components used to the creation of agriculture drone. Thank you, sir. Next slide continue will be my team member Bhima Shankar. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. I am Bhima Shankar from US Computer Shapur.
Please switch on your camera, please.
Sir. Okay. Visible, sir?
Not yet, Bhima Shankar. I can't see you. You have switched on, but I can't see you. Others can see Bhima Shankar.
Okay, sir. I think something technical issue, sir.
Okay. So before the presentation, Bhima Shankar, next time, please check your cameras, right?
Okay, sir.
Please continue.
Today I am going to explain about activity of agriculture drone. First one, crop mapping and monitoring. Drones equipped with cameras and sensors can be used to create high resolution maps of fields, which can help farmers to identify areas that require attention, such as nutrients deficiency or pest infestation. Drone can give us clear picture about field, which helps farmers. And next one is crop spraying. Drones can also be used to spray crops with pesticides, herbicides, or fertilizers, which can be more precise and efficient than traditional methods. We can also use drone to spray the fertilizers and pesticides. And next one is planting. Agriculture drone can be equipped with a seeds dispenser.
You have to mention also, see, depending upon the soil condition and also the nutrients in the soil, you can have basically your AI, or you can have basically using the IoT, right? The sensors, right? You can distribute, or you can, the amount of fertilizer that is required at that part of the agricultural land. So you can monitor that also, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, please continue. The crop spraying can also be monitored. So the how much of nutrients that is required, or how much of fertilizer is required, you can monitor that and spray that also.
Okay. Next one is planting. Agriculture drones can be equipped with a seed dispenser, allowing them to plant crops in a precise and efficient manner. Drone with seed dispenser can use to plant crops. And next one is irrigation monitoring. Drones can be used to monitor irrigation systems and identify areas that require more or less water. Drone can use to monitor irrigation system. And next one is livestock monitoring. Drones can be used to monitor livestock, including tracking their movements, identifying potential health issue, and counting the number of animals in yard. Madam, can you please next? I'm going to explain about the benefits of agricultural drone. First one is crop monitoring. Agricultural drones can equipped with the cameras and sensors provide farmers with real-time information on crop health, moisture levels, and plant growth, which can help them make more informed decision about when to irrigate, fertilizer, or apply pesticides. And next, precision agriculture. Drones can be used to collect data on soil conditions, plant health, and water weather patterns, which can be used to create precise maps for farmland. This information can help farmers optimize planting and harvesting schedules, reduce waste, and increase yields. And next, time and cost savings. Drones scan large areas of farmland quickly and easily, saving farmers time and money compared to traditional methods such as working the fields or using manned aircraft. And next, safety. Agricultural drone can be used to perform tasks such as inspecting power lines or spraying pesticides, which can be dangerous for women to do. By using drones, farmers can minimize the risk of injury to expose to hazardous chemicals. Thank you.
So tell me one thing: if some chemicals in fertilizer are quite hazardous, right? Excuse me. Some also you have the pesticide, which is also have got bad effect to humans, right? This is also hazardous, right? So how you can reduce those? You just think through. So maybe you can use organic fertilizers. Maybe you can the pesticides, which has got no harmful effect on humans, or the foods. Basically, if you have the foods, right? The foods should not have any impact on those harmful chemicals. So you can basically think through on that line also, so that the food that is grown on those fields has no harmful effects on the humans when they consume.
Okay.
Good. What you are saying is good, but think through on those lines also, because it should not have any carcinogenic effect on the humans consuming those foods.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next team, please. Can the team 2 come? No? I got team group 1 and group 5. So which is the next group? Group 2, can you please come and present yours? So group 2 or the next group. So please come on the camera and please start presenting. So which is the next group in VVS Sahapur? Who want to do the presentation? Please come forward.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Tell me.
Myself, Mithun Kes from Vaishnavi Info Solutions, Mysore. Can we present?
Let's the team in VVS Sahapur completes, and after that. So any other team in VVS Sahapur you want to present?
Sir, we are sharing our screen, sir.
Okay.
From VVS Shapur.
Yeah. So this is the which group number?
Group number 8, sir.
Okay.
1 minute, sir. We are going to check. Yes, sir. This is batch number 7, sir.
Okay. So please tell your name, and I will request all of you to come on the camera, please, including the L2 and L3, please.
Hello, sir. I am L2 of VVS Shapur, sir.
So very good afternoon. Yes. So I will just request your
Yes, sir.
team. Team number 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Team number 7, sir.
Yeah. Anusha, Prakash, Sachin, and others, please share your screen and please come one by one.
Prakash, you can present now. Prakash?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
you
slides.
can present now.
Slides.
Yes, Prakash, you can start now.
Please start first because others are also waiting.
Ma'am, slide show ಮಾಡ್ರಿ.
Ma'am, it's a previous program.
Ma'am, it is not, ma'am. Military drone.
I shared my screen, but yes, now is it visible?
No, ma'am.
So team, please be prepared because others are also waiting. So if it takes time, I will request the other team to start in VVS Shahpur. Any other team in VVS Shahpur before this team start, the team number 7?
Done.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Hello,
So
sir.
Prakash, very good afternoon. I can see a beautiful background. So lot of greeneries.
Thank you, sir. I am Prakash from VVS Shapur. I'm explaining today. I'm going to explain today military drone. Ma'am, next slide, please. First one, introduction. Create of military drone. Advantages. Building a drone. First one, what is a drone? A drone is a directional remotely operated navigation system. Introduction. Military drones, also known as unmanned aerial vehicles, are aircraft that are operated remotely or autonomously without a human pilot on board. Then they have become an important tool for militaries around the world, providing a range of capabilities that were previously unavailable or too expensive to achieve with manned aircraft. Then military drones can be used for variety of purposes, including recognition, surveillance, target equations, strike missions, and more. And they are equipped with a variety of sensors, cameras, and weapons, and can be controlled from a remote location, often thousands of miles away. Thank you, sir. Next slide. Continued by Ellappa.
Hello. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Please continue.
My name is Jellappa, sir. I represent the creation of military drones. The development of military drones began in the early 20th century with early versions used for target practice and training purpose. The first military drones were primarily used for recognition and surveillance missions, providing real-time intelligence and imagery to commanders on the ground. As technology improved, drones were equipped with additional sensors, cameras, and weapons, allowing them to perform a wide range of missions. Today, military drones are created using combination for advanced technology, including sophisticated sensor, artificial intelligence, and complex and control. Ma'am, next slide. Next slide. Advantage of military drones: reduced risk to human life. One of the biggest advantages of military drones is that they do not require human pilot on board, which reduce the risk casualties in dangerous, costly environment. Next, cost effective compared to traditional manned aircraft. Military drones can be less expensive to operate and maintain, making them cost-effective solution for many military applications. Next, improved accuracy. Drone can be equipped with advanced sensor and targeting systems, improving weapon system accuracy and reducing collateral damage. Next, flexibility. Military drones can be launched from variety of platforms, including land-based vehicles, ships, and even submarines, providing increased flexibility and adaptability in range of sensors. Next, explained by Sidhu.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Sidramappa from US Computer. I am going to explain building a military drone. Components used. First of all, motor. The most common use of motors for drones and unmanned aerial vehicles is to spin the propellers of military drones to enable them. And then propellers. Most of the drones or military use are propeller driven. They are provided by small little weight engines and most of their weight is fuel. And then ESC, the flight controller. ESC, electronic speed controllers, are devices that allow drone flight controllers and control and adjust the speed of the artificial electrical motors. A signal from the flight controllers causes the ESC to rise or lower the voltage to the motors as required, thus changing the speed of the propeller. Next, video transmitter. Flight controller. The flight controller is the brain of a drone, a small box filled with intelligent electronics and software which monitors and controls everything the drones does. Next, radio transmitter receiver. Transmitter and receiver. A transmitter is a necessary component of all electronic devices such as cell phones, television, station, ship, etc. They are also used for navigation purposes. Receiver is an electronic device that receives signal and radio waves that are transmitted by. And next, then FPV. Camera and transmitter. In the military, FPV cameras can deliver real-time information for recon, surveillance, or battle, allowing for better and severe intel on enemy location and activity. They can serve as complementary from a patrolling parameters, whether they are the borders of a country or the face of a smaller secure site. And next, video transmitter. Drones can be piloted in two different ways, either lines of sight by visual observing the drone or by first person view in an FPV system. The video image from an onboard camera is transmitted by radio to a personal video display on the ground in the front of a screen or video goggles. Thank you, sir. Next slide, explained by Anusha.
Thank you. Now let us see the working of military drones. Military drones are launched into the air using a runaway catapult or a vertical takeoff. They are controlled by the human operator using a remote controller or computer program. Drones have a GPS to navigate to navigation and determine the position and orientation in the air. After the completion of the mission, drones can be occupied with the sensors. Depending on the mission, drones can be occupied with the sensors, cameras, weapons, or other equipment. Drones have a communication with operators and other military units using radio, satellites, or cellular communication system. After the completion of the mission, drones land on a runaway helicopter pad or other designed landing site. Activities of drones. Surveillance and reconnaissance missions for intelligence gathering, target acquisitions and tracking for a military operation, combat operations including close air support and attacking enemy targets, research and rescue missions helping to locate and rescue individuals in remote or inaccessible areas, disaster response and relief efforts, providing situation awareness and identifying areas that require assistance. Conclusion. Military drones have become an increasingly important tool for modern military operations. They provide valuable capabilities for surveillance, reconnaissance, combat operations, research, and search and rescue and disaster response efforts. With advanced technology, including sensors, cameras, GPS, and communication systems, military drones can operate in dangerous or hostile environments, providing real-time intelligence and support to military forces. While there are concerns about the ethical implication of military drone use, their advantages in terms of safety, precision, and efficiency have made them an integral part of modern military operations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, team. So any more teams, Anupama, from previous
No,
sample?
sir. In the next section, we are going to present, sir.
Okay, so maybe I can see 7 teams, out of which only 3 teams has participated. So
3 teams, sir. First one and the third one and 6th one.
Yeah. So
Yes,
can we? Thank you. So next, move to the next team who want to present. Hello. Now, who want to present?
Sir, a team from Vaishnav Info Solutions, Mysore.
Okay, please continue. Please come on the switch on your camera and please start presenting. Hello, team. Please start presenting.
Is the screen visible?
Yeah, I can see the screen. Please switch on your camera, please.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mithun KS. I'm from Vaishnav Info Solutions, myself. Today, I'm going to present about unmanned aerial vehicle. In other words, which we call as a delivery drone. At first, the presentation of our model. This is the model of our delivery drone, which is a tricopter. About the drone, our drone is a multi-rotor drone, or in other words, can be called as a tricopter drone. It is used for delivery purposes. Some important components of drone are as follows: electronic speed controller, flight controller, GPS module, accelerometer, and sensors. Electronic speed controller controls the motor speed and direction, whereas a flight controller, which is a PIC-SWAC 2.8, oversees the flight control operations. GPS module locates the drone, and accelerometer measures the speed. Sensors, including ultrasonic sensors and collision avoidance sensors, make sure that the drone is away from any collision with any other materials in the sky. Our drone has maximum capacity of 1.9 kg, and the weight of the drone is 2.5 kg approx. Maximum speed of the drone is 40 km/h, and maximum operational altitude of the drone is 3 kilometers above the sea level. The type of fuel is used as lithium polymer battery, which is also eco-friendly and does not harm any of the environment and does not cause any pollution. The security software used is FlightNav. Next, delivery drop mechanism will be explained further by my team member.
In now, good presentation, and your communication skill is also very good. So please, basically, I think you will do just focus on your presentation. Keep some bullet points for the storyline. I think it will be in good. You will be able to do very good. Yeah, please continue.
Good evening, sir. My name is Vinay.
So Vinay, if you can switch on your camera, please. Yeah, I can see you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can see you. Please continue.
I am from Vaishnav Info Solution.
I can't hear you.
Good evening, sir. My name is Vinay from Vaishnav Info Solution.
Is there any problem with the network?
Yes, sir. There is a problem in network.
So you can switch off your camera and check whether it improves.
Sir.
If he's facing problem, somebody from your team, can you take it up? Hello, Mithun and your team, can you
Hello.
take it up? Yeah, if he is facing problem, can you take it up?
I would wish to take it up as my team member has network issues.
Yeah, please take it up.
Now we are going to talk about delivery drop mechanism. People who are using our app can order anything like medicines, food, etc. from our app. When we receive an order, we pack the order and insert it inside the drone. When the drone goes near the delivery location, the drone drops the product which the customer has ordered. When the drone drops the order, a parachute opens in from which helps the product to land gently. In turn, which does not harm the product, and product is safely goes towards the customer. Next, other activities of drone. Our drone provides a multifarious activities such as data collecting and surveying, aerial photography, aerial videography, 3D modeling, and search and rescue. These activities can be achieved by some or the other modifications made in the drone. The further slides will be explained by a team member, Rakshit.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Rakshit, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Rakshit from Vaishnavi Info Solutions, Mysore. So here now we are gonna look at advantages of our drone. The first point will be it has more yaw authority. So yaw just refers to like the rotation. The rotation is a movement around the yaw axis of a rigid body that changes the direction is pointing to the left or right of its direction of the motion. So it just suggests that the drone which we are offering can like it can go 360-degree round without any glitch or any problem. So the next point will be it requires less power compared to fuel consuming machines like as we know, two-wheelers, four-wheelers which deliver things, and if you compare them with the drone, it consumes less power, and the drone has more hovering efficiency. Hovering refers to how stagnant it can be in air. So how still a drone can be. This can be said as it can stay in a certain point for longer time, and it's like I have seen in an Instagram post just like some days back where a post said showing a cameraman and a helicopter cameraman in a helicopter recording wildlife, and below that there was a drone, and which said both of them lost job in just a decade. So due to this innovation and the hovering efficiency, this can be said as an advantage of our drone. And as my teammate Mithun said, we are using a lithium polymer battery. It consumes less power, and the distance traveled is more. Next slide, Mithun. And it can provide access to remote and hard to reach areas where it's hard to reach, like if there is any road repair or any other kinds of hurdles in the delivering point where other vehicles cannot reach. This can be eradicated from our drone delivery, and delivery by the drone is faster and more effective, absolutely. And we all know this delivery by the drone is far more better than which technology which exists now, like as we know, Donzo which use two-wheelers, and Porter which use four-wheelers and small trucks. This reduces the cost. This reduces the cost refers to it might bring down the cost anywhere between to 20 to 30% for the consumer.
where he will have to pay less than what is he's paying currently now for an other kinds of deliveries. Greater convenience. Convenience is referred to like it takes less time to get a product in drone delivery, and there will be no damage or anything while the shifting of the product. Eco-friendly and causes less or no pollution. And by delivery through drones, which does not need any biofuel, as we know, like petrol, diesel, or any other fuels, there will be less pollution from drone deliveries. That's it. Mithun, I think we are done. Next slide. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good presentation. So I really like the presentation, and of course you have taken a few points, the delivery mechanism and how you're going to drop your basically the goods. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah,
Every
Mithun, please.
phone which we use in our daily life has a software, and you may be wondering what software are we using for the delivery purpose. We are using the FlightZip software. This is the cloud connected software platform is for managing our drone deliveries end to end. We have selected FlightZip because of the following reasons. First, it reduces time to market. It saves expenses and manage, plan, dispatch, and track delivery orders. Anyone who orders anything from our website or the app can track the location of the drone, and he or she can calculate the time in which the drone is coming to his or her location, and hence it makes the delivery drone mechanism even easier. Thank you.
So team, it was a very good presentation. So thank you, the team. Any other presentation for today? Any other team want to present? And this will be the last presentation for the day. Anybody want to present?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This is Deepika from Vaishnav Info Solutions, Team 2.
Yeah, please go ahead. So as you can see, the level of presentation has improved a lot from the previous time. And I'm very, very happy that all of you have improved your presentation and the quality has also improved. So as you can see yourself only that you can do much, much better, right? The next time when you're going to do the presentation, my expectation level has now already increased. So I will be expecting much better presentation from you, and also some in-depth technical stuff also into this, so that can show your in-depth knowledge of the technical as well as also in the presentation skill. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Not yet. I can't see your screen.
Okay. Once again, sir.
And I will again request all of you to please come on, switch on your camera, please. And please share your screen and switch on your camera, please.
So now?
Not yet. I can see your screen now.
Okay, sir. So we done the assignment on quadcopter drone.
Yeah. So switch on your camera, please. And yeah, I can see your screen. So make it full screen and switch on your camera, please. Yeah, thank you. So make it a full screen, please.
Presentation on drone model, activity of the drone, benefits of drone, delivery mechanism, presented by Chetan and me, sir. So drone like this, multiple cameras and multiple wings. And then about quadcopter. Quadcopter is a aerial vehicle which operated by two fly independently. It is a unmanned aerial vehicle. It is also called as a quadcopter helicopter. It has a fixed wings because their lift generated by the removing the narrow choose material required to create a quadcopter drone. Multi-controller. First one, it is seeing like a motherboard of CPU. Then brushless motor, it is 1200 kilowatts, and transmitter and receiver. Then ESC means electronic speed controller. Then bullet connector, then propellers, then gyroscope and accelerometer. The small block diagram of quadcopter drone. First one is a remote transmitter, then the receiver. Receiver send a signal to the flight controller board. Flight control board send a signal to the ESC and then go to brush motors, then propellers run. These all run through the battery's power supply. Rest of the things explained by teammate Chetan. Chetan?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. Please continue.
My teammate will explain about quadcopter drone. I mean, what are the materials required to the quadcopter drone. So I am explaining working principle of quadcopter. So quadcopter is a device with a mixture of electronic, mechanical, and mainly on the principle of aviation. So using a brushless motor and a gravity and altitude, and mainly we are focusing on the aviation. So quadcopter is a 4 motor and brushless motor to the speed of the rotation of the propeller or a wings according to the user desire to move from the device in a particular direction like takeoff motion, landing motion, so forward motion, backward motion, left motion or right motion. According to the user desire, the quadcopter only move in a particular direction. The rotation of the motor changes as per the transmitter signal sent from the transmitter. So the user, which direction we want to move, will send a signal from transmitter to receiver. According to the user desire, the drone will move in a particular direction. The complete program is written in the 18 megachip 16 chipset. It's a 32 byte. So the signal from microcontroller goes to ESC, electronic speed controller, which control the speed of the motor. According to it, it can control the speed of the motor. So these are the motor rotations, sir. First one is takeoff motion. So the front and back rear wings are turning clockwise and left and right wings are turning anti-clockwise to further takeoff motion. When come to the landing motion, the front and rear is also turning same direction or clockwise direction, but in low speed. And left and right are the in low speed also in the anti-clockwise direction. When come to the backward motion, the front propeller is turning speed motion and the remaining wings are in low speed, sir. Which is okay. So next come to the forward motion. The rear wing will turn in fast and anti-clockwise direction and the remaining wings are in slow mode. Then come to the left motion. The left and right wings are in the anti-clockwise direction, turning like from right to left direction for the left motion. And come to the right motion. The front and rear wings are in anti-clockwise direction to the right motion. So next, what are the application of the quadcopter drone? So the application quadcopter drone were used for various purposes like aerial photography, shipping delivery, geography mapping, disaster management, precision agriculture, and the weather forecasting. And come to the aerial photography used for filming action sequence and sci-fi scenarios and a lot of aerial pictures also. And come to the shipping delivery, used to deliver tiny parcels, groceries, and medication to the only for the short distances. In geography mapping, like the humans can't reach to any difficult areas like mountains or any other islands alike. We use it to take a very high resolution data of the pictures using the quadcopter drone. In terms of disaster management, sometimes have happened a natural disaster and a man-made disaster. They are used to check the more information about the places or any areas to search the injured patients. In terms of the precision agriculture, it's mainly used to farmers to find the health of the crops, to find the what are the pesticides and fertilizers used for the for particular plants. In last one, weather forecasting is mainly used to track the unpredictable changing weather. Sir. Next, sometimes depends storms and tornadoes like these are the some weather by the unpredictably they can change. So they are used to track this changing weather. Sir. Next one. So what are the benefits of this drone, quadcopter drone? It is easy of use. So all wide ranges of users can use this quadcopter drone. Only technology pillar or non-technology pillars, they can also use this drone. It's up to this flexibility. So it is used for various purposes like aerial photography, surveying, search and rescue and delivery. And many fields or many purposes this drone can be used. And durability comes to the quadcopters are built to withstand a certain amount of wear and tear, can often be repaired or replaced if they are damaged. Sometimes we can happen any damages, we can easily change the parts of the drone. These are very compared to other drones, it's a less expensive. So you can easily change it or repair the parts of the drone. Composite steel quadcopter can fly in low altitude and near terrain, which then make them too difficult to detect because it has range in a low altitude. So these are very silent. So it makes them too difficult to identify the drone. And come to last one, multiple camera option. The quadcopter camera for drone can be equipped with a variety of cameras for a night vision or a thermal imaging to capture the images or any videos in a different environment. The last one, delivery mechanism of quadcopter drones. So first one, payload compartment. So depending on the design of the drone, the payload are placed in a below of the drone or a main body of the drone. So below above the main body of the drone, you can place in a designated place which can be payload is carried. So we already know about some drones you can place in the top of the sky level. You can just throw the packages, but this one is mainly designated place which can be packages mainly placed in this particular area. In terms of the sensor, this quadcopter drones are equipped with a variety of sensors like GPS, altimeter, accelerometer, and gyroscope, which helps to determine what is the position of the drone and what is the speed of the drone, what type of drone is moving in a path, and navigation and position to find out using a sensor. Next one, release mechanism. So after payload is reaching a particular area or a delivery time, it will release in a particular compartment, means mechanically or electronically, it will operate the drone. Sir. This one, flight controller. The flight control is called as the brain of the quadcopter drone because it controls the overall performance, like controlling the speed of the motors and adjusting the direction and the rotors based on the input from the sensor, stability and the path, overall performance, including the delivery survey, including the flight controller. So next one, communication system. So quadcopter drone is a wireless communication system. It can be receive the signals from the transmitter to receiver, which can be operated by a user to desire move in the particular location or a flight direction or to release a mechanism for a payload delivery. So these are the concepts for the delivery mechanism. Thank you, sir.
Your presentation is over.
Over, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the good presentation. So this is to all of you. As you can see, all of your presentation has improved from the last time. And I'm quite happy that you have already improved your presentation. And there is also more improvement is always a continuous improvement is required, as you know, right? So next presentation, I will be looking at much better presentation. Also, you need to timed your presentation, make better coordination between your participants, among yourselves, among your friends, and we'll look forward for the next session. And thank you, everybody, and have a nice evening. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.